Let's see. Got another super chat. This one is from my guy G Style. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, G Style. Greatly appreciate you. My guy G Style writes, my first chat and first double up. Big ups to G Style for making his first comment and his debut here as a super chatter, and then following up with a double up. Who writes, my Cowboy friends think that their offense is too much. Your thoughts? Your friends are not wrong. Their offense, when they say too much to handle, I'm assuming, they're not wrong about their offense being good. I don't know that it's too much to handle. The talent, though, on their offense when healthy is ridiculous. Okay? I honestly don't think it's second to none in this division. I think this is why I keep telling everyone that the Cowboys, from a roster standpoint, are probably the most talented team. It starts on the offensive side of the football. Now, they got some issues defensively. And somebody said last week, I wouldn't trade our roster for theirs. I'm right there with you. I wouldn't trade my roster for theirs either. But the biggest difference is they got the quarterback position figured out, and we don't. And I look at our receivers, and I like our receivers. I love their receivers. That's the difference. I think Terry is better than any of their three receivers. But after that, the substance at which they have, they got three dudes that could easily go over 1,000 yards receiving this year. I don't think we can say that we have three receivers on our team that can go over 1,000 this year. Okay. Now, De'Ami Brown could go over 1,000 yards next year or the year after that. And Curtis Samuel, who has never gone over 1,000 yards in his career receiving, could do it this year. And we know Terry is capable. He should have did it in his rookie season, got hurt the final game and a half. And he did it last year, and he could do it again this year. But Dallas has two bona fide 1,000-yard receivers who have done it in this league before, and Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. And I think that, and they were ranting and raving about their second-year receiver, CeeDee Lamb. They think that this guy's ready to break out. So with Dak pulling the strings, and we saw what Dak was doing before he got injured last year. He was on pace to set an NFL record for most passing yards in a single season. He was on pace to throw for damn near 6,000 yards before he got injured. Now, he wasn't going to keep that pace, more likely than not. But that's what he was on. He was on a torrid pace. I said all of that to say this. They got three dudes that could easily go over a G this year. And it's happened before in the league. I could see them doing that. Their offense could be that explosive with Dak and those three weapons. And then you add into the mix Ezekiel Elliott, and we'll figure out if their head coach, their offensive coordinator, can figure out a way to get Ezekiel Elliott more involved in the offense. That said, he's another weapon. We saw flashes of the backup running back from Memphis, Pollard, last year. He's really good. Tony Pollard is really effing good. Like, the Cowboys have talent on offense. I don't know what the offensive line is going to look like. Don't know if they're going to get healthy, and just getting bodies back from injury is going to fortify the offensive line. I don't know all of the moves. I've been keeping tabs on them like that because I told you this before. I don't really worry about what everybody else is doing. We take care of what we got to take care of, and we'll be fine. I've always said this. And if you don't remember anything else, remember this. Let the losers worry about losing, okay? All we know is winning over here. We don't worry about what the losers are talking about and what they doing. Let the losers worry about losing. We concentrate and focused on winning. That's all we talking about. So I don't worry about what the Cowboys are doing. Not concerned about, oh my God, look at what the Giants did this offseason. Yeah, they got guns and shit. We got guns too, all right? They got guns and shit. I'm aware of this. But I let them figure out if they know how to get the safety off or not. That's their problem, not ours. One thing we know, our guy back here, he's a known gunslinger, okay? He's known for having a quick trigger. Tap, tap, tap. All right? He's known for going out in the Wild Wild West, taking 5 steps, 5 paces, and turning around and shooting. Now, he ain't always sure he hitting the target, but the gun is live, and it never jams. All right? So we know we got guns and shit, and we know the dude pulling the trigger knows how to use them. Sometimes he can get the spraying. Doesn't always hit the target. But he knows how to use the shit. Can't say the same thing for the Giants. So, like I said all of that to say this. I ain't worried about the Giants or the Cowboys or the Eagles or what anybody else is doing. I'm just worried about us. We take care of our business. We the champs. The champs ahead. The champs ahead. We the champs. Never forget. Till somebody takes it from us, it's our division. So, with that said, I look at our situation, and we had a top 5 defense statistically last year, and I'm saying, you got to come and get us. Now, it's a new season. So, the top 5 rating from last year, that shit don't carry over to this year. Nobody steps into the season and says, oh, shit, top 5 Washington defense. No, that was last year. That was Ronald Darby, and that was rookie Cameron Curl, and that was a totally different defense. What you got for me this year? Or, as I always tell you, as a wise woman once told me, what have you done for me lately? Do, 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 do. Ooh, yeah. What y'all do for me lately? I don't know. We have to find out. Do the Cowboys have talent? You're damn right they do on offense. Is it too much for us to handle? Not exactly. Not exactly. We'll see about that. We got some shit too over here, man. We got guns and shit too. Thank you for the super chat, G-Style. Really do appreciate you. All right. See if we got any more super chats. And we do. We got one here from J-Mart. Thank you for the super chat, J-Mart. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. J-Mart writes, sup, Lou? The schedule will show what we made of. Yeah, it definitely will. And look, we're going to find out if this young, because we're young, like, for as excited as a lot of you are, I don't think you guys are taking into consideration just how young we are. We're a young football team. I told you, I've gone through this process before with other teams that I'm a fan of. I went through it with the baby Braves 3 years ago when nobody expected us to crash the party, and we got there early, and we was like, yo, is this where the party at? Y'all sure? Because we got here a little early. We got a big-ass keg. We ready to throw down. We got a little smoke. We ready to get it in. And they're like, well, yeah, just y'all got here early. Like, people usually show up to these things a little bit tardy. You know, try to be fashionably late. We're like, oh, okay, well, cool. We'll sit here and wait. We'll crack a few cold ones open until everybody gets here. But nobody was expecting us at the party. We got there early, and we got experience, and that we haven't looked back yet. Memphis Grizzlies. It's my favorite basketball team. We got to the bubble last year. We made it to the play-in game. We fell short. This year, we got back to the play-in game again. A year early. I think everybody was expecting us to be in the playoffs next year, not this year. But we got back to the play-in game tournament. And this time, we learned from the experience of playing in it last year, and we found a way to win 2 games. We got into the postseason. We won a game. And now, next year, I think those boys are ready. They're battle-tested. They know what it takes. They're ready. Last year, I don't think anybody was expecting. First of all, the division was ass, which really helped us. But that said, we found a way. We're a young-ass team. Bunch of young guys. It's a very young squad. Again, remember last year at one point, I kept saying, I think there's only like 3 30-somethings on the team. You know, and one of them was our kicker. I think it was Tress Way, Ryan Kerrigan, and Alex Smith were like the 3 30-somethings on the roster. We didn't have any other guys that were over 30 on the squad. It's the same thing this year. We don't have a bunch of 30-somethings running around. Kerrigan's gone. Smith is gone. And so it's Tress Way, and I want to say it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, and that might be it. I think Brandon Sheriff may be pushing 30. Morgan Moses, if he was getting close, his ass is gone. I don't know if we got many more 30-somethings. Lamar Miller, I don't think he's going to make the football team. He's probably pushing 30. I don't know if he's quite 30, but he's probably knocking on the door. But all the receivers are young. I think Logan Thomas might be pushing 30. I don't know if he's there yet. But all the tight ends for the most part are young. All the running backs for the most part are young, except for Lamar Miller, as I just mentioned. All the offensive linemen are young. I mean, Sheriff is the elder statesman. I don't think he's quite 30. He's getting close, but I don't think he's quite there yet. Everybody else is young. Charles Leno may be getting close, but I don't think he's there yet. You flip it on to the other side of the football. You know, defensive line is all young. We know that. We don't have any veterans. Now that Kerrigan's gone, we don't have a single, long-term vested veteran on that line. All these guys are still in their rookie contracts on the defensive line. The linebackers, John Bostic, may be 30. He may be 30. He's been in the league quite a bit. He's probably pushing 30 if he's not already there. That's it. Everybody else at the linebacker position is young. We got a couple of guys that they may have brought over from Carolina. Mayo isn't 30, though. I don't think he's 30 yet. Then you get to the secondary. Again, bunch of young guys. Landon Collins is the elder statesman there, and I don't think he's 30 yet. I think he's probably 28, 29, somewhere in that general vicinity. So I said all of that to say this. We're young. We're a young team. I bet you we're among the youngest in the league. I bet you if you take the average age of all the players, I guarantee you we're in the top 5 of youngest teams in the league. And so that youth is great because they don't know any better and they're well conditioned and the future is bright, but they're also inexperienced. They haven't been battle tested. So when you play against the Mahomeses or the Rodgers, those guys take advantage of young teams. That's why Brady scorched us last year. Oh, y'all young, y'all dumb, y'all wet behind the ears, your breath smell like Similac. Oh, y'all funny, y'all trying to play this inverted cover 2. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. Let me show you how to take advantage of that shit. Antonio Brown up the sideline, wide ass open, walk-in touchdown. Oh, got you confused? You're supposed to be in man-to-man coverage? Okay, I'm going to take advantage. Let me show you how it's done. I'll show you how to do this, son. That's what happens when you're young. When you got veterans and you got dudes that've seen it, been there, done that, they are able to slow down a Tom Brady, an Aaron Rodgers, disrupt some shit. We got taken to school last year because we're young. And that's okay. That's why I wanted us to make the playoffs. A lot of you, what difference does it make? We make playoffs. We're going to lose anyway. Stupid. And we're going to give up draft capital. We're going to move all the way back. We're going to be like 19th in the draft when we could be in the top 10. That's loser talk. That's what that is. That's loser talk. Because you need the experience. You don't think Patrick Mahomes benefited from going to the AFC Championship in his first year as the starter and losing to the Patriots? No, you don't want to lose, but you don't think that was invaluable experience that helped him? When they were down 24-0 to the Houston Texans the next year, you don't think that helped? That he had experience, had been there, knew what it felt like to be down in a game and didn't panic? You don't think that helped him in the Super Bowl the next week or 2 weeks later when they were down 20-10 to the 49ers late in the fourth quarter? You don't think that helped? Because I do. Experience is everything. You need it. It's rare that a team goes from not having made the playoffs in 3 or 4 years to just Super Bowl. It can happen. I'm not saying you catch lightning in the bottle. It can happen. It's rare. It's rare. You got to take your lumps, man. You got to take your lumps. And then you become ready. You become playoff hardened and seasoned and ready. So when adversity hits, you aren't moved by adversity. You are unwavering in your resolve. And we got a little bit of that last year. They learned, like Chase Young, I want time. I bet you he won't do that shit again. Yeah, he was excited. We were all excited. I bet you he won't do that shit again. You learn, you live and you learn. So for me, this schedule is important because we're going to find out truly what this team has to offer, how tough their mettle is. They're going to get tested. Again, this isn't Nick Mullins. This isn't rookie Joe Burrow. This isn't Andy Dalton. This isn't JMU. This isn't Jalen Hurts. No, we're getting some real heavy hitters this year on the schedule. So, are you going to put up or are you going to shut up? Because it's easy to look like a dominant defense against Nick Mullins and the San Francisco 49ers. It's easy to look like a dominant defense after you take Joe Burrow out of the game and they got to come in with a backup quarterback. It's easy to look like one of the best defenses in the league when you do that. Can you do that against Mahomes? Can you do that against Rodgers? Can you do that against Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Russell Wilson? We did it for 2 quarters against Russell Wilson last year. We didn't do it for 4. But we're going to find out about this defense. And really, it's not just the defense, too. You know, I sit here, we could talk about all these tough quarterbacks and these teams we're going to face. But we're going to find out a lot about the offense because it's a team. It ain't just this defense. It's a team effort. And there are going to be weeks where the defense don't have their fastball. All right? That dog ain't hunting this week. Well, guess what? That's when the offense needs to step up and score 38. We might have to win a shootout or 2. We feel like we're fully capable of doing that. We couldn't do that last year. And Scott Turner said, look, the biggest difference between this year and last year, it needs to be our ability to hit big plays. And what did I say? I told you guys that. I told y'all when we were in it last year that every drive seems like a marathon. Every drive seems like it's hard. We're working so hard for everything. We're converting 20 third downs. Like, there are too many third downs. You shouldn't be 12 of 20 on. That's too many damn third downs. You don't have to get to third down to convert a first down. You know that, right? You can get a first down on first down. You get a first down on second down. But every drive, we had to go 4 of 4 on third downs in order to score a touchdown. Or we had to go 4 of 5 because we had to convert on the 4th and 1. But that was the only way we were going to keep the football because we had to put together a 12-play drive. 13 plays, 14 plays. Scott Turner's like, look, man, if we dial up a shot and it's there, we got to take advantage. I showed you the film last year. You guys, if you were part of the Mob Squad or you were on Patreon with me and you watched the film, there were clips I put up on IG. If you following me on IG, you saw I showed you. Guys were open. That's not a secret. Whether it was Dwayne or it's Kyle Allen or Alex Smith, there were opportunities that were left on the table, or as a wise man once told me, there was meat left on the bone last year offensively at times. Well, we think the our offensive talent at least, is way better. It's a massive upgrade. Well, if that's true, and you're getting a quarterback that's supposed to be willing to push the football down the field, read defenses, and get the ball where it's supposed to go, well, then we should see an uptick in offensive production and points scored per game, if that's the case, which we all believe to be a reasonable assumption. So if that's the case, there are going to be weeks where, hey, look, Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, hey, these boys are just too much for our defense, man. Let's keep it a buck. Those boys are elite, and we ain't there yet. And so they might put up 34. They might put up 37. Well, the offense is going to have to put up 38 that week. It's going to be weeks like that. Aaron Rodgers, man, he carving us up. We ain't got no answer for Devontae Adams. Robert Tonyan is running circles around our linebackers. Aaron Rodgers is doing Aaron Rodgers things. What are you going to do? Maybe this is the week the offense got to score 37. it's a collaborative effort at the end of the day. It's not just the defense. Special teams got to come to the table. Offense got to come to the party, and everybody got to do their part. But I've said this already, and I'm going to continue to harp on this. If we're going to get where we ultimately want to go, the defense is going to be the catalyst more likely than not. So the schedule will show us exactly what we're made of. I agree with you, J. Mark. Thank you for the super chat.
Louie.